What's a perfectly innocent word that you can't hear without giggling? Homo-erectus. I'm American, so I call bum bags fanny packs. My friends in the UK get a laugh when I'm there because fanny can be vulgar slang for vagina. To me, it just means backside. Fanny means backside over there. Till that. Here in America, yes it does. Bum bag makes me giggle. Doodle-sack, pronounced doodle-sack, German word for bagpipes. Uranus. Also, doing planets during homeschool. My son, 4, got very upset that it's called Uranus and insisted on calling it my anus, so I'm sending him back to school with that firmly stuck in his head. Moist. No, animals definitely do that. Carrot, carrot, he, carrot, carrot, he, carrot, carrot, said carrot, carrot, doo-doo. Dungle. Titmouse. March. I swear I didn't touch her. You know how bashful I am, monsieur. I can't even say the word titmouse without giggling like a schoolgirl. Kumquat. So there are these annoying JoJo fans. I have acknowledged that one of the characters in this thing is named Dio. I am Hungarian, and in our language his name means walnut. But it was me. Walnut. Quote. Buttress. Flying buttress. Girth. How about a phrase? That's what she said. Even in an innocent context I have to stop and think about it. Duty. Broke down laughing in philosophy class once because professor kept repeating it. Blah blah. You need to do your duty. Blah blah. Do your duty. Blah blah. Everything is about duty. You can only hear duty so often. Glockenspiel. I have a hell of a time when my husband watches hockey. A surprising amount of players have euphemistic-sounding names. And that in combination with how the commentators speak generally, and it just sounds like a 10-year-old who knows nothing about sex trying to make sex jokes, and it just kills me. Subwoofer. I can't not imagine a Labrador puppy barking. Motorboat. Bone. I blame it on 99. BOOOONNEEEZEE. Booby traps. Heh, he said traps. Semen. Rectify. I have a couple Catholic churches on my bug route, and have a ticket literally named Big Rectory, and like clockwork. Every month. It gets me every time. Hippocampus makes me think of college with hippos. Weenus, the skin of your elbow. Titicaca. Spelunking. I had some friends in college who referred to butt sex as spelunking. Now I giggle every time I hear it. Shenanigans. I just think the word sounds extremely silly. Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? Quote. You mean shenanigans. Gaylord. I had a friend named this. Apparently it's pronounced Gaylord and not Gaylord. I was referring to large empty box. They're called Gaylords. They're everywhere at my job. Do they get stuffed in the back? Nah, we typically spread them around the place and use them as giant trash cans. Then they disappear every few weeks and the cycle continues. Penal. Cromulent. Just as good as Ambigin. The drug Latuda. Now that's just silly. Angina. Ask. For some reason I always pronounce it as ass, and when I say asking or asked it sounds like assing, or asked. Duty. Duties, you know, poo? Are you my college roommate? We used to joke all the time about how funny that word is, and during one lecture, the professor went on and on about one's duty to society and duty to self, and I was shaking from silently laughing. No, but that does sound like me. Come. Sexta means sixth in Spanish. Exacerbate. Cleavage like rocks and boobs. Winky. You heard of coming. Gah, but there is also a climax. Gah. No, they aren't super close to each other, and yes, it's funny as fuck. I'm 29. Lol. I used to work in coming. Gah. Always got a laugh when I told people where I was going. If you didn't give an ETA saying you were close to coming, I am disappointed. Titillating. Bounce. Hard, wet, common for the same reason but opposite reaction. Cream. Cucumber, especially when said in a Jamaican accent. Kumquat. Blanche. Duty. Phagocytosis. Hard. Load. slag heap, wood, penal code. Yes, I know they are 2 words. I read it as giggling, so I'm gonna include that. Willy, pumpernickel, peepee, pianist, impregnate, cocking. I knew a guy in high school whose last name was Cock. Skid marks. Anything poop related when you and your homies are trying to go to sleep during a sleepover. Kerfuffle. The word is just so silly and non-threatening, but it's used to describe fights and stuff. Suck. Cock. Doorknob. We played hard one summer at scout camp, and it wasn't uncommon to have to sprint 40 or so meters to get to a door. After 2 days we had a 3-punch limit, and if they didn't make it to the door, it's over. Fun but hard game when camping. McGregor. Because of Obi-Wan? Ewan or Connor? Wet. Sploosh. Not sexual, but my brother is a type 1 diabetic, so he has behavioral changes when his blood sugar is high. One possible outcome of this is him being pale and kinda dazed after testing his blood sugar and confusedly yelling, "Mom, I'm high," in Applebee's. Baghdad. Baghdad. Yurt. I just freaking love that word. Yurt. Raw. One of my friends is from the UK and says it quite differently than our American friend group. Someone pointed it out, and now I can't not play with the word when I hear it. Rub. Duty. At my old job, we had an iPad out front that was using a poor quality third-party power cable that finally kicked the bucket. I went downstairs and the owners were having a meeting with the head chef and the general manager, the latter of whom I'd recently realized I shared a telepathic connection with and was totally falling for. Guys, the iPad is almost dead, I told the owners. It's plugged in but it won't charge. No matter how I bend or jiggle the connector. For some reason, the word jiggle turned sexual in my mind. Out of the corner of my eye, I watched as in perfect synchronicity with mine, the general manager's mouth forcefully tried not to smirk. Then we smirked, we grinned, and we both burst out laughing at the exact same time. Everybody else in the room looked at each other, confused. She regained her composure. I regained mine and walked away without any sort of definitive answer on how to save the dying iPad. Dongle. Gets me every time. Mucus. Percolator and ascot. Egg. Corpulent. Gonna have to be box. Crevice. Neptune. Doodle. Erect. Consume. Bungalow. Duty. Oboe. Kumquat. Fanny. Tinko-inky. Duty bag. 6th graders when they hear the word sextillion. Moist. Moist sodden. Gash. Moist. Pants. Flabbergast. Tittle. 0. It's what the dots above the I and J are called. Moist. Fun fact. I had a teacher who hated that word with every cell in her body, so I said it as often as I could, resulting in a write-up, but hey, it was worth it. Cacao. Thanks Portlandia. Fuchsia. I was watching a live magic show a few years ago where the guy put red, blue, and yellow sand in water. He asked the audience to name a color, and he would pull that color's sand out of the water. He clearly meant choose red, yellow, or blue, but the person he picked said fuchsia. The magician was so thrown off he had no idea what to do. Potato. Sam's infamous potatoes from Ladar is seared into my memory from watching the trilogy hundreds of times. The hoodie being called Bunny Hug. English isn't my native language, but I know it quite well. When I heard Bunny Hug I was lost. No idea what they were talking about. As an American, cheese. I hate it, but you can throw cheese into a sentence and make cheese anyone laugh. They're real, and they're spectacular. Not really a word, but a phrase. I'm Dutch. When I hear the English word pickle, I instantly get a smile on my face. I don't know why. The Dutch word for it? Augurk. Sounds as terrible as it tastes and smells. But the word pickle makes me giggle. As I was writing this I realized pickle rhymes with giggle, and for some reason it made me laughin'. I've made my own day. Car wash near me. It's called Soapies. I don't know why, but I find it hilarious. Fisticuffs. Such a funny word. Tintinabulation, not inappropriate, just funny. The word gullet is just hilarious to me. For example, someone help. Karen has a fishbone lodged in her gullet. Giggity. Pumpernickel. Bangkok, not just the capital of Thailand. Anchovies. Long story. Old picture in an FHM magazine with the caption, "Aw bollocks." Anchovies. Struck my funny bone. I wept giggling. Always gets me. Timbuktu. Poppycock. Shuttlecock. Clavicle. Gingivitis. Giggles. Succulent. Because my best friend hates it. I of course annoy her with it, as contractually obligated to. So whenever I hear it I think of her reaction. Bonk. Greebles sounds like something a cartoon alien would say. Roman. I always hear Caesar pronouncing it as woman. Granny or geezer. Tampon. I always think of a cold water fish that lives in the hearty waters of the Pacific Northwest. For instance, you could say a school of tampon swimming against the stream is a beautiful sight to beholden. Necessary to keep the river clean of waste. My 6th grade social studies teacher was legit named Mr. Gaylord. Cow. Watermelon. Attic because it's funny when you spell it out loud. Ramification. NGLI giggled. Invaginate to turn something inside out. Pianist. Panis. Cornbread. Your mom. Okay, 2 words. Poa. Grandpa. Equality. Jarp and narp. Moist. Bonanza. Pickle. Pussy. Especially if it's an old person. Hi Esme, I saw your pussy today, when I was sunbathing. Burgermeister. Lol. Fauda, the show on Netflix. In Hindi that means a big pimple. Duty. Iron because my cousin liked a girl Irene and my cousins trolled him on Roblox because they named themselves cute Irene and we called her Iron. Homo sapien. Waffles. Thong footwear. Ship. It sounds like shit. Scrutinize. The word cum. I swear I hear cum every damn time. I can't listen to a sentence with that word without being grossed out. Facial. Mahogany. Palo. Repository. Muff tucker. It's an Australian food, I think. Penetrated. Lol. Pudding. Borehole. Beach cause it sounds like the synonym of female dog. Kumquat. I know what it is and I've even had one. But it's just such a wondrously unfortunate name for a very unremarkable fruit. Cape horn. Defenestrate. When I was a kid, my sister used to throw it into casual conversation. Even thinking about it cracks me up. My best friend always laughs after hearing the word pudding. IDKY, she just does. Assassin. The blue-footed booby. A hickey bar, for bending rebar. Dewey dag, a small tool used by ironworkers for making hard connections. Duty. Rub. Peanuts. It's not funny when Americans say it, but I was at a Five Guys with one of my friends and her European boyfriend and he kept saying, "Ooh, this penis is so good." Quote. Asterisk biryani asterisk. Interface duty. Penis. Especially when Miss 3 is telling her father off. Dad. Penises aren't funny. Quote. Context. Her father was watching The Simpsons and was retelling the chalkboard gag, which was something along the line of a carrot not being a snowman's penis. So I work around construction. It always makes me chuckle inside hearing the term competent rigor. Artisanal. Chestnuts. Masticate. Tidally winks. Pickle. When the word is said by itself, it just sounds really funny to me. Formication. The feeling of ants crawling on your skin. Homeowner. Damocles. Also, it's atrocious. Don't ask because I have no idea. But I lived in a village in the north of England called Broadbottom, Monsieur. Fluffy. I don't know why I just love that word. Tool. Titmouse. Anything with bung in it, especially bunghole. Anything with bung in it, especially bunghole. Even bungalow is funny. Domasseur fandom arise. Moist. Unitard. Nothing inappropriate, I just find it funny. Spotted dick. It's a British dessert. Cream of tartar. I had a few words that I was holding in my laughter upon hearing it. It was like that scene in Life of Brian, Asterisk 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 Shih Tzu asterisk asterisk, a breed of dog. Man, I heard of that joke of Wakala crossed with a bulldog and Shih Tzu. Asterisk asterisk wank your asterisk, yes. It's about someone who masturbates. Yet, most of us Americans often used it to call someone a dumbass. Asterisk asterisk beaver asterisk, which is actually a rodent. Asterisk asterisk Spice asterisk, when the Spice Girls introduced to the United States, there was a bit of a problem here in America. There were many usages of the word spice. There was even a channel, i.e. before Pornhub. The lyrics of many of their songs didn't help matters. Most fans here in the US, especially in the projects, were teenagers to college-aged. Asterisk asterisk cock asterisk, mostly male bird. Asterisk asterisk sextant asterisk, used in navigation. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.